In many places around the world today, November 11th is a special day, Armistice Day, Veterans Day, where we remember the end of one of the most horrific and cruel wars in human history. But honestly, also from now forward, Sheikh Ahmed, I will also always remember November 11th as the day that I got to meet you and hear your reflections on life in the Sinai, impact of climate change on veteran people, so thank you. And I also can't help but draw a parallel between Sheikh Ahmed's remarks and the discussions that I've been hearing in the Blue Zone at the COP. Because in the Blue Zone at the COP, you hear a lot about how we're going to solve climate change through meat being grown in test tubes and through electric vehicles and through Bitcoin. But I think we're going to solve climate change by listening to people like Sheikh Ahmed and listening to people like yourselves. And so that's really my dream, that in the future the COPs will be centering voices like yours along with the voices already there. But that doesn't have to be only a dream, it could be a reality, if we make it so. If we, the people in this room, people like us, center and bring to the fore cultural voices as the solution to climate change. And that's really the premise of today's event, of Art, Culture, Heritage, COP27. How do we lift up and center culture at this COP? How do we lift up and center culture in tackling the climate crisis? And so thank you for joining us on this journey that we're starting today and that will take us all through the day and into the night.
Really about COP27, we would like to thank our President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. He do this really in Sharm el-Sheikh, and that's for us big opportunity to saw different people from everywhere and to have different experience, because you know, the Bedouin of the desert, they saw change climate. Already I would like to thank you again, and we have a lot of things to spoke about it, but now I have time, and thank you again.
I have a great honor to participate in this particular event, and I appreciate a lot your choice to hold your event in Sharm el-Sheikh Museum, that we have a big and important role in highlighting the cultural heritage in Sharm el-Sheikh city and its community. So let's start fabulous and fruitful actions and go on further to have the chance to protect the cultural heritage.
At the beginning, let me welcome you and express my pleasure of being among you today in this important and particular event, which comes among the events held in the framework of the conference COP27. This conference came as a consequence of the great attention in which Egypt paid to climate change issue, since it was one of the first countries that signed the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in June 1990. Today, I'd like to shed the light on an important axis revolving around the climate and heritage, discovering the past and sustaining the future.
I'm really glad and happy to be here. The fact that at COP27 culture has a voice and has a space and a place to be. African heritage, including cultural, natural, cultural landscapes, mixed heritage, are of immediate concern to those of us who work on the conservation of heritage values and assets.
Egyptians in ancient time, we had to think about the climate change.
It means understanding deeper how we talk and how we express the environmental and the climate issues that we face every day in a way that doesn't negate or disenfranchise or remove or isolate different cultures. One of the key aspects of Culture COP is bringing indigenous cultures and traditional values, and this is where Climate Heritage Network and Culture COP really do combine, because heritage and climate are very, very integral on how we should move. Today, obviously, is a wonderful gathering of culture, organizations and communities, individuals, keepers of the past, artists and vendors, poets, philosophers, and justice advocates of our present and our future.
Western songs, Western dance. That our song and our dance is not just our prayer and our celebration, it is also our being open grief. It is also our way in which to communicate with the forces of the natural world. It's not just talks and conversations, it's not just political laws or money exchange. It is a deep and devoted reverence and relationship with the earth that we have come here.
We have to change our entire understanding of consumption, of production, of lifestyle, and we cannot do that. There's not a deep conviction about that, and that's where culture is important.
In particular with the climate change, we have already our scientific committee dealing with sustainability and mainly working with the climate action.
This is a problem which is about changing our entire system, changing society as a whole.
People need to be able to understand the issue. They need to be able to circumvent the misinformation on the issues. They need to know how they can have a role, how they can engage, and we need to be able to do that at the international level.
How we can link the different institutions in the cultural environment like libraries, school, arts, how we can work together for the benefit of our earth and planet.
I'm going to say that if we want to change the world, we can't do it without secret. For me, it was a very good experience. I do it always with numerous children because we have a habit, something. As you know, you can see that some places children don't have access about education. There is no school, there is no library, there is no infrastructure. So they are just in the jungle, and they are trying to survive. And we, with our vision, we bring to them.
In the way that we respect each other, respect nature, and respect ourselves, because we are facing a challenge and it's affecting each and every one of us. We need these networks to be able to combat the climate crisis, and without networks we cannot combat it, we cannot have a complete solution.
Our speakers talk about the international human rights organization, so we have the Africa Center where I want to be
I was waiting for you over there. And so we spent 2 months making workshops all across Egypt, leading up to this exhibition in the Green Zone, along with our partners, environmental NGO Greenish, which I encourage you to meet. And thanks to Alison and Andrew at Culture Cop, you will be able to as well as participating in Oslo just now in Hattie. So enjoy and I invite you all to take part. Thank you.
The world is to speak to one another, yet, no matter what greeting I gave in whatever language, nobody responded. So I might as well be in a tomb where the dead are. I might as well be in the place of the pyramids where all they've done is extract out the riches. Isn't that the same thing we've done? It's called climate change. We're not people from the Western society who sit and watch others work. It's all about all of us working. As you see in the center of our national flag, there's circles. There's also a tree. It's human bodies intertwined. It's an African family tree. Where is the culture? Where is the heritage? Where is it rooted? Oh, You can see the cultural communities. Look around. Look at the beauty. Look at how we're represented in our cultural clothing, our hairstyles. Even when we don't speak, we're speaking.
Yes.
We are saying, yes, my brother, we are saying who we are as we say who we be. So we now day a dry long soul. The Cultural Heritage Network brings together people from around the world into the circle to be seen, to be heard, and to celebrate. This is the Culture Cup. And I thank you for having me be a part of the circle. Peace and blessings wherever.
And assemblies are places where we can gather, where no voices dominate, where we're equal, where we have a chance to deliberate on the important issues that matter to us. And today we'll be deliberating on what we've heard, but also we'll be deliberating on this question that we bring, where we invite you to imagine. We're going to take a step into our imagination, to just imagine if there was a shift in the whole world where arts and culture centered climate and ecological justice. And as Queen Clap said,
we must wake from our sleep and embrace you once again, living with you, partakers of your bountiful life. Then, teach us again to till the soil with reverence and hold the fragile seeds that teach us new beginnings. And may we live our tomorrows honoring today, the sacred balance of all living things. From Zaria Noel. Thank you.
Culture is talked about in a lot of different ways, and we think that with some kind of centralized definition, it would be easier for people who are less involved in culture to maybe understand. We think in general it's a bit underestimated. We think that we're kind of at the beginning of a journey to make it more important and make it a way to communicate to people and show people exactly what we talked about.
Why do we listen to certain types of media, certain types of content, certain people, and why do we not listen to other people, other content, other types of media? And that kind of being the pivotal point of like, how can we make people listen to media about climate change and about the environmental future?
Dear Seed.
Dear Seed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For such strong roots.
For such strong roots.
Love always.
Love always.
The fruit.
So unfortunately our art unit was last minute, so quickly the toys that we talked about and was mainly two large ones. The first one being about reclaiming the space, coming back to the space and taking it and throwing out practices that are harmful and new practices, monetization and so on. And that's actually what we want to do with the space, is resemble communities.
Imagining how art can bridge with climate justice and all of these big, exciting plans, we said we need to decolonize art.
Yeah.
We go into our museums, we see arts that were stolen from my people, from Africa. We need to do that. That's the first thing. The second thing is looking at how art can address issues around non-economic loss and damage. So if you've been at Cop Ground, that's the big deal, loss and damage finance. How can art help to help people restore their lost identities, their culture, bridging the gap and supporting people's psychological well-being in the climate crisis?
So, UN conferences don't change the world. They have happened for the past 27 years, and we're already looking at COP28. We don't need more of these conferences. We need concrete, urgent climate action from politicians and world leaders as they fulfill the promises that they have been making for the past COPs. We hope for inclusion, diversity, and decolonization of COP. We need political will to drive the necessary change to make the world a more habitable place for us and for future generations. We also need to ignite culture to reclaim our languages and our identities. We call to the culture community to include more young women, to include youth, and to include indigenous communities, and also to use, more of art mediums that we understand and that we are passionate about. We could use more of fashion and use more of music, things that will make youth more included and more passionate about climate awareness and climate actions. So we need to have a human approach, and we need to have one cohesive voice in order to call to world leaders, to hold them accountable, because we are tired of the promises they keep making, and right now we need only action.
I apologize for not being able to attend this pivotal conference in person. However, I would like to express my appreciation for your continued efforts on the issue of climate change through my friend, Princess Dana Firas. We have seen growing traction towards making culture an integral part of public policy globally. Despite the progress made in this field, we aspire for greater action to mainstream cultural policy for climate action. Heritage and culture can go a long way to mitigate the effects of climate change and transform current challenges into opportunities. Climate action based on the dynamic opportunities and initiatives of the cultural and creative sector, and using indigenous and traditional knowledge to carve out new solutions is imperative to sustainable development.
We sow the seeds of love. We show them how to sing. Grown with the knowing of something in their blood, where ceremony begins. When the apron string unpinned, my garden was forsook to weigh in on industry, raised behind the altar under open dash. I grew to a bonny road tree, freely in my own country. The games can stand by, for they must be bound to be free, like working the liminal, listening to the land, and fingering the mystery, not savvy, free and easy. The old trees come twist, for they're brittle beneath the bark. Better that limbs be broken, brought to ground, and service the light to dark, to dark, to dark. We're just servants unto the dark. songs, they go to decay. Why will we not find our way to the night and bless our own bouquet, our own bouquet? No roses in this display. The gatekeepers can stand by, for we must be bound to be free. Like poor children, listen to the land and service our industry, our industry. We're here to sing and to be free. We sow the seeds of love. We show them how to sing, grown with the knowing of what's in their blood, more than the sum of the everything. The old one never resting, out of decay, life sings, it sings, as the anima sheds her own skin, her skin. All the birds in the spring, the spring. The old wild never resting, out of decay, new life brings its roots, as the pebble rolls its fingers. The old wild